Okay, internship opportunities, there isn't really one central location from what I know. I mean, there's a thing called United Nations Volunteers, which is a possibility, but I think my strategy or my suggestion to you for internships would be that if you want an internship in a particular agency, you should be suggesting it in that sense. And that's, I think this is a principle you should have for anything. Just like you have to suggest a research project, you should suggest an internship. You should be finding out what the organization is doing, finding out how your research fits to it, and say, I would be interested in pursuing an internship with you. This is what I have to offer. It seems to fit into your particular program area. And then you would probably also want to target that to the relevant program officer too. Because if you just look for general internships and send in a general application, it doesn't really work. I've already found, and I see those because we get a lot of internship applications and nothing happens. The ones that work are the ones where someone has approached me or a colleague, has said, I want to do an internship, this is what I do, I know this much about you, and we usually have a back and forth a little bit. And then after that, an internship comes too. So think about the agency you want to work with first. Yes?
What do you know about the UNV?
They're located in Bonn, and United Nations Volunteers, they mostly mobilize people to do work either in Bonn or overseas, providing sort of work for mostly projects on the ground for the most part. I'm kind of embarrassed. I know very little about UNV. Partly because I looked at them and I thought, nah, I can't get any internships out of this. I can't get any people that I want. But my sense is that if you get in with UNV, you can get some interesting short-term opportunities doing projects, Africa, Asia, Latin America, that kind of thing.
My experience with them is though it's a very big pool you have to, it's a very generic, like fill in,
yeah.
And send it into a very big pool. You never tend to hear from them.
It's yeah, it can be. I mean, I think the principle with the UN system is that there's the formal channels you have to follow, but you've always got to follow it with some kind of informal thing as well. Is what it works out. So, and I've already found that as well. With regard to volunteers and internships, sometimes you also need to look outside of the UN system. And some of you might be familiar with idealist.org. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a big website, a big clearinghouse for organizations. I only know about it because some of my friends do the programming for their website, actually. But my experience of it is a huge clearinghouse, and it's another chance for you to find out and get experience in the other areas. Because the route in, for many of my colleagues, many of them worked in the NGO area before they came and worked for the UN. I mean, one of my colleagues who now does work on tourism and biodiversity, he worked for Brazilian environmental NGOs first for years and years and years. And that's how he got known. Another colleague of mine who does work in indigenous issues, he was a teacher, and then he worked for NGOs for a number of years too. So it's another way. And NGOs are good in a way, especially if you want to be flexible, because they don't have a lot of money, they don't need someone permanently, they may bring you on just for a project in that particular area.